Come on. The challenger, Josh Padley, taking on the defending champion, Shakur Stevenson.
Josh Padley may have been a new challenger for Shakur Stevenson, but his confidence is sky high after copying Dennis Baroni's move against Kaysen Davis. Shakur Stevenson and Kaysen Davis share a strong bond as boxing brothers, and what makes this even more exciting is that they've now had similar experiences in their fights, with just a week between.
Brian saying you're ranked 12 with
WBC. I think I'm ranked 12.
Floyd Schofield ranked 13.
Yeah.
So, are we sitting here with a man who is arguably more deserving of fighting for the
Before Kaysen Davis knocked Binnick out in the 4th round on fight night, Binnick had pushed Davis off the stage after their weigh-in, a move that really angered Kaysen. That moment might have been just the push he needed to land a powerful knockout and take down the helpless Ukrainian. As for Shakur Stevenson, his situation is even more surprising. His opponent has neither a strong fan base nor the proper preparation for the championship opportunity he's about to get.
lightweight title. Don't want to...
Higher ranked than him, you know. I know there's a lot of, probably a lot of things online saying who's Josh Padley and stuff like that, but obviously I've beat someone to get here and deserve that spot, and I'm going to show that on Saturday night.
That doesn't mean Shakur Stevenson is underestimating his opponent, though. As the World Boxing Council lightweight champion, he's serious about his title and ready to give it his all on Saturday night. During their press meeting, so much happened that it left many wondering if Josh Padley was really just a last-minute replacement for Floyd Schofield. Here's a look at what went down.
Everybody involved in Riyadh season, Turkey Al Sheikh and Matchroom Boxing for this opportunity. This is my second time involved in a Riyadh season event now, and I'm feeling truly blessed to be here. But the last 48 hours has been absolutely...
American star Stevenson was left without an opponent for his fight on a bill.
American star Shakur Stevenson found himself without an opponent for his fight on a card headlined by the thrilling Dmitry Bivol vs Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker world title bouts, which many consider the greatest boxing event of all time. This led to late-night negotiations, and Josh Padley, who had stunned the previously unbeaten Mark Chamberlain on the Riyadh season card at Wembley Stadium last year, was brought into the picture. Padley's win had caught the attention of Eddie Hearn, Stevenson's promoter, who began talks with Padley's manager late at night in the UK and into the early morning hours in Riyadh. It was a costly decision, but Hearn told Sky Sports that an agreement was quickly reached.
A dream opportunity. This is the pinnacle of boxing, and this is what I'm in it for. Looking forward to it.
The 29-year-old from Yorkshire, Josh Padley, was informed by his manager, Tom Stalker, a former lightweight boxer, that Floyd Schofield was unable to face WBC 135-pound champion Shakur Stevenson. Padley was offered the chance to step in at the last minute. "It's actually been pretty quiet since I won the Mark Chamberlain fight," Padley told The Ring. "We haven't had many solid offers, but in the past week, we've had 3, and each one seemed to be bigger than the last. One was with Maxie Hughes, and we were considering it. Then Dalton Smith came up, and we were still unsure. Then, on Tuesday night around 6 p.m, we got the first call, and it kicked off a series of hectic events that had to be wrapped up quickly."
Absolutely. Like you say, this is everybody's dream. If you get into boxing, you aim for a world title. Not many people even get the opportunity.
"I had to text my manager that night, but by the time the fight was confirmed, it was already 10:20 p.m, Padley explained. "He didn't get the message until the next morning and called me, saying, 'You don't turn down opportunities like this, Josh. Go grab it with both hands.' It was a crazy morning. Once the fight was finalized, I got straight to work with my nutritionist, Charlie, to make sure I could make the weight safely on such short notice, and he gave me the green light. We did a quick check-in with the team before moving forward. I had to take care of a small issue with my medication that morning, then we did the weight check at 1:20 p.m. Once that was done, we booked flights, jumped in the car, and headed to Manchester Airport. We flew out at 5 p.m. to Turkey, had a 4-hour layover in Istanbul, and then another 4-hour flight to Riyadh. It was a very fast turnaround. By day, I'm an electrician, installing solar panels, but by night, I'm a boxer.
I put in a lot of work this training camp, and I'm coming here with the same mentality. I know there's a guy that want to take food off my table, and I'm not going to let him."
It was a bit of a risk, Padley said. "My employers are really good about it. Before the Mark Chamberlain fight, I told them, I'll work as hard as I can, I'm a good worker, you'll never have trouble with me. But if the time comes, boxing will be my first priority, and this job will be second." They knew that and took a chance on me. Then, sure enough, the Mark Chamberlain fight came up. I had 8 weeks off, but I always keep in shape at the gym. I wouldn't have been able to take the fight if I wasn't in decent shape. I spar once or twice a week, even outside of camp, just to stay sharp, working on both technical southpaw and orthodox styles, staying ready for anything. This isn't the first time Padley has stepped into the ring as the underdog. Last September, he faced the highly touted Mark Chamberlain on the undercard of the Daniel Dubois vs Anthony Joshua event at Wembley Arena in London.
Fight for it, and here I have. I've got it on 4 days' notice, so I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Great stuff. Well, Shakur Stevenson, I mean...
In the Mark Chamberlain fight, I think I was 16-1 underdog, Padley said, reflecting on his surprising win. I dropped my favorite countryman and ended up winning a unanimous 10-round decision. Most of my supporters backed me at 10s and 12-1, so they all had a nice win from it. Again, I went in as the underdog, no pressure on me. Everyone already expected me to lose, writing me off before I even stepped in the ring. So, I had everything to gain. Coming in on late notice isn't ideal, but it's an opportunity one couldn't pass up. It's been a bit rushed, as you can imagine. It's been a very, very hectic couple of days. It's been a whirlwind, but we're getting there now.
Question to you, what's the last 48 hours been like for you?
It's been kind of crazy. There's been a lot going on, but I remain.
I'm excited to see where I stand against a world-class technician. Some even say he's on the pound-for-pound list, Padley said. It would have been great to have a full camp, but 4 days' notice will have to do. That's the test now, and I'm absolutely buzzing to see how things go. However, the logistics of getting Padley ready for the fight had to be figured out. Padley made sense as a contender because he had a world ranking with the World Boxing Council, and that title could still be on the line. But first, he needed to make weight. The board required a weight check to ensure he'd be healthy to fight. Padley did that with a board doctor in Leeds on Wednesday morning. Unfortunately, he was overweight.
Unknown here, how are you dealing with that?
I mean, I fought in the amateurs. I feel like it reminds me of the amateurs where you don't know who you're gonna fight next. So
all his medicals were done. He just needed an eye test, Hearn explained. Padley went to the eye specialist, passed the test, and then boarded a plane at 4:15 p.m. He made it to the fight hotel in Riyadh by 6 a.m. Thursday morning. I stay in the gym all year round, I stay ready, and here we are, Padley told Sky Sports. I live the life of a professional athlete, which is why I'm here, making the weight and ready to fight. I jumped at this opportunity because, as you can imagine, these chances don't come around often. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where I stand compared to someone like Shakur Stevenson. People will probably say I don't belong in the ring with him, and I'm here to prove I do.
It's okay. I mean, I'm gonna go fill him out, and then I'm gonna take care of business.
More pressure to get the job done?
Nah, it's always a little bit of...
Big win, short notice, flying over, here I am, Padley continued. He trained on Thursday, and if he makes weight on Friday, which he's on track to do, he'll face one of the sport's best in the most unexpected world title fight on Saturday. I'm still on the card, and the show must go on, Stevenson said. I'm in shape. They could have thrown anyone at me, Vasyl Lomachenko, for example, and I'd still say, let's fight. At my best, I can beat anyone at their best. I'm the best in boxing, and I'll show it on Saturday. Stevenson, a brilliant southpaw who's only 27 and already a 3-weight world champion, is an almost impossible opponent to beat, especially with just 4 months' notice, let alone 4 days.
This Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, it will be for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World.
The Doncaster electrician is about to step into a major world title fight, surrounded by elite world champions and some of the biggest names in boxing watching from ringside. Everyone's an underdog against Shakur. Padley's not going to win unless he gets ultra lucky, but he's going to give it everything, Hearn said. If anyone's going to get this opportunity, I'm really happy it's a Brit. Padley added, 100%, it's a life-changing opportunity. This will set me up for my future as well.
Hold on.
But the win means so much more to Padley, and that's where his focus is. Against Padley, Stevenson can't afford to take it easy. Padley only has 4 knockouts on his record, while Stevenson is ranked among the top 15 fighters in the world. The pressure is on Stevenson to make this fight the mismatch it seems on paper and prove he deserves the attention of fight fans as one of the greats of this era.
Like, who will win out of Shakur and Javante?
Javante Davis?
Yeah.
I like to go with Tank. You know, everyone's going to go with Tank, you know. It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's...
The 22-year-old Schofield, considered a heavy underdog against 3-division champion Stevenson, was the only fighter on the main card at the last Crescendo event at Kingdom Arena who skipped the festivities, sparking speculation about his health and weight ahead of the biggest fight of his young career. On Schofield's X page, which is believed to be run by his father and trainer Floyd Schofield, a since-deleted post was shared just before noon Eastern Time on Tuesday. The post claimed, "They poisoned my son," and accused a member of Stevenson's team of wiping something on Schofield. This accusation was quickly addressed by Stevenson's co-manager, Josh Padley. "This fighter Schofield should get advised on the defamation laws in our country," Padley told Boxing Scene on Tuesday. Saying things that slander Shakur doesn't come without legal consequences.
The main focus in training camp, how was your sparring and everything preparing for such a slick boxer like Shakur?
Claiming that his food was poisoned will not go unrecognized, Padley said, putting Schofield on notice. "People might think there's some truth to these lies about poisoning, but it looks more like an excuse for him not to fight." Padley spoke just minutes before the news broke that Schofield had withdrawn. "We're not going to tolerate these lies, and either the Schofields or someone on their behalf needs to publicly apologize now." Officials in Saudi Arabia have yet to confirm whether a replacement fighter will be found to face Stevenson on the stacked card, which also features heavyweight, light heavyweight, and middleweight title bouts.
That's my coach, so it's the sparring and everything.